the idea is to approach them in private, which I did, the Mossad, and then I approached the Canadians in private through mental health, and then got them to move by uttering a death threat against Pauline, which was the death of his soul, not of her. In court, I said, I said to Pauline, because she didn't know I was defending myself, right? Yeah. And she shit herself when I came up. You're a witness, Mr. Marshall. And I stood up. Oh, I'm wearing jeans, blue shirt, open down the front, and a pair of braces, right, and work boots. Well, this makes a spectacular sight, right? Brown as a berry. I've been building this boat out. They call it the Jesus Ark, out of the lake. So I affronted him. I said, we go through Mexico, right? She said, yes. I said, some of those areas there, you go hundreds of miles across the desert. She said, yes. So I said, well, if I was going to kill you, I'd do it there. And I said, even if I found a body, right, you can buy your way out. It's Mexico. I said this in a court in Canada, right? Yes, she said. So I said, well, if I was going to kill you, I'd done it down there, right? She said, you're a reluctant witness. Well, this is how the court case was. Well, next thing, I'm found guilty, of course. And everyone flashes out. The place was packed. And it hit the newspaper. Man swears, threatens to kill his wife if she doesn't say he's Christ. Right? Now, at that time, Arnett was in town. He could not have missed it. Right? And he's the one trying to get the Pope 25 years in jail. Why? Because he's a Jesuit.
Yeah, but Arnett's full of shit anyways. I've done all the research and background on him. He's just a money-shysting bullshit con artist. He went to, can't remember the tribe's name, but he went to this fucking tribe, and he was, they had all lost family members, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't care for the story. He just ended up going, oh, you all lost family members. So he went to one of the old Catholic sites and literally buried fake bones, and then went back and dug them up and said, oh, look, found all these bones, and said on all this bullshit. And he was ousted for it. And in Canada, there's one thing that's still prevalent, is that we have a law against propaganda in the media.
Yeah, that's great, eh?
It's great, but they'd still come right-wing. Like, they did the report on Rick Simpson oil and how it cures cancer and everything, but they do it on, a biased approach, right? Of course.
Yeah.
But they exposed this story outright, and they said this guy was just trying to take the community for everything they were worth. And when you go on net, just type in Kevin Arnett exposed or truth Kevin Arnett in Google, you have all the reserves in Canada posting warnings about this guy, how he's the worst thing that happened to them since the fucking church. And
why have I got the engine running?
I have no idea. That was your idea.
That's it. Oh, knowledge, right. Yeah, so, well, the point being that I was in Port Alberni before he arrived, and I was in Port Alberni after he left.
Yeah.
He knew precisely who I was. And then he was contacted by your mother in her inimitable fashion and spoke to his secretary. And his secretary was absolutely delighted. Native lady.
Yeah.
She said she would get Kevin to call immediately when he returns. He never called.
He would have shit his pants.
Of course he shit his pants.
He's a fucking...
He's a devil, right?
Shiesty con artist. Shicemaster. Kike.
He looks like the guy who was the first abductee, which I exposed as a fraud in the Gulf of West Florida. The funny thing was, I mean, this actually is what happened. Like, we're not making this up. They have 7 top clearance security in the Belgium High Command in Belgium. And they get 7 revelations, one including Jesus is coming back to Gulf Breeze, Florida on the UFO. So I drive up and I'm in the car park. And this guy says, yeah, we're waiting for Jesus to show up. Well, somebody else showing up. There's, Dodge Diplomat, and it's parked there, and it's a blue Dodge Diplomat parked there in the right, Tetris the night.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. But Pauline is a witness to that. She actually has the camera we took films with. This is how you get a reluctant witness who hates you, will tell lies about you, but verify the fact that you were there. And that's all I'm interested in. So this is this Kevin Arnett. Now, what's he's up to? He's trying to get the Queen, and he's trying to get... Now, the Queen's abdicated to me, so he's got to get me now.
Yeah, but his courts are fake.
No, they're true.
No,
No. He did it the way it's supposed to be done. A civilian can do that. And he convened a court. And he challenged the world's masters in lawyers and so forth to attend. They didn't attend, so they're acquiescent. And he won.
They've got new courts.
He had a judge.
Yeah, he had a judge that was appointed by him and a jury appointed by him that were basically called up on Skype, and he just said, hey, you want to be... They weren't sworn in, nothing. And the guy that literally is making the new court that's... he said to...
You're missing the point, Archer.
He said to Arnett...
He did it the way it has to be.
No.
Live witnesses.
Yeah, live witnesses, but that wasn't it. That wasn't what was fraudulent. What was fraudulent was he made it with his straw man account. The guy that's doing it properly now has made it with... He's a free sovereign being. He's made it without the straw man. He's abdicated away from it, ceded away from the straw man.
But I wrote a book on the straw man.
Exactly.
He read it. He'd have to.
Exactly.
He knows I'm coming, right?
Exactly. So do you want to go with the shiesty guy that's done it the wrong way, or do you want to do it with the guy that knows he's a shiesty and read your book? So I go with the guy that read your book. That's what I'm saying. Arnett is a complete...
That brings in our friend from our Texas mate.
Yeah. Jeff Lightburn.
A very interesting experience. He said he was in one of the war zones. It may have even been in Berlin.
I think it was
a rocket grenade came down and blew him up.
Yeah, in Iraq, yeah.
And killed his 4 mates, but he was alive. But the star above at that moment, he told me not the coordinates, was Almighty God.
Yeah.
Me. No, he was sitting there talking to me, right? So he sends me an abusive letter about the straw man in a negative, which I taught him to do, that he had actually managed to get the straw man account. But he has to deny it, not to spread the rumour. That's the document you sign.
Yep.
So he's saying, I didn't get it. That way he gets to keep it.
Yep.
Well, I taught him how to do that. So there's all of Texas. Then we've got Andrew. Right? He assisted us monetarily to go to try and do what we could for Benedict in Rome. Yeah. Without his support, $1,500 US, we wouldn't have got there. I only had my old age pension, right? So Clive Palmer's involved. We go say, good old Clive, yeah, we'll be out, mate, no worries, right? What happens? We get down there after driving 4 hours. There's a bloody Rolls Royce up there, else has got quite big dinosaur in the front yard. Like he's stuck in the head, right? He's the man who was going to give us a head, no worries. When we get there, his manager says that Benedict was just a man that was disgruntled and wanted to get back as Pope because he was sorry. We said, we have it all the time in management. We've got to get people that's been here for 10 years and sack them, and they demand the same thing. Therefore, Mr. Palmer has declined. Catholic. Where is he now? Parliament. He'd make a good Prime Minister.
And your view of Putin?
Wonderful man.
Yeah?
Same.
Absolutely.
Reincarnated nickel.
Daily Stormer was saying he's the greatest leader since Hitler.
Well, you would have read Mein Kampf.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the biggest selling book during the war? Or before the war, right? a million copies of, gave him the money to start the Nazi Party based on the ancient writings of the Hindus.
Yeah.
Right? Because Germany was big into translating transcript. They realised that they were Essenes, right? Now, that had to be stopped. But that's what the book implies, and does it rather brilliantly. So,
Hitler wanted to keep it pure.
Lebensborn. I agree with it wholeheartedly.
People look at me weird when I say that. Had a guy last night literally say to my face that it's better for society the way we are now to have multiculturalism and interracial marriage and breeding and yeah, and I was like, no, man. No, it doesn't work that way. No, it's been proven that we're not all created equal. It's been proven that we all have our own benefit and something that we can attribute to the world when we stay segregated and where our homelands are from. It's that simple.
Try to get 7 intellects. Right?
Yeah.
Well, they're still available, is the whole point.